What is up, everyone? It's Dean Soto, founder of prosulum.com, Prosulum, and today we are here again for another story. This story is called Trust the Process. And if you listen to the podcast, it's going to be very similar to the podcast, Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast topic, so you don't have to listen to both in this particular instance. I am going down to the chicken coop, check on the chickens, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so this story is interesting. It actually started last week. Now, just a little background. I don't like bugging people. I very much like to be liked by other people, and even doing a lot of a lot of business stuff that I do can be a little bit tough because I think I'm putting people out, or I'm making them feel bad, or I'm being annoying, or I'm whatever it is. There's so many different things that I think is happening that might not actually be happening. So last week I had a potential customer. Ooh, all the chickens are out. Hey babies. Let's see if you can see them all. Hey babies, you knocked over the stuff. Check this out. Look at all those babies. Hey girlies. You got enough water and everything in there? Okay, good. Perfect. All right. So they're all good, so we're good. So last week I had this customer. We were on a sales call for Prosulum, for virtual assistants, systems and process virtual assistants, and the call went amazingly well. In fact, I actually didn't even realize I was going to sell to this person because they initially reached out to me asking for some advice because they had hired a virtual assistant in the past, but it was not. They were not successful in recreating what they had done. And so I thought they were just the guy was going to ask for advice, and turns out he wanted to do business, which is nice. But we got off the phone. I sent an agreement to him pretty much right after. I want to say within a half hour. And also sent a follow-up email an hour after that just saying, hey, sent the agreement. Let me know if you got it. Let me know and we'll get started. I'm excited to work with you. And so he wrote back. Sorry, I take that back. He did not write back. And so when I had created this process using close.io, which is a email marketing sales tool, kind of for cold emails and for just sales emails. And I had created this process that allows me to, when I email somebody who I've talked to and have had a good relationship with, we had some connection and it was positive, I put them in an email autoresponder that basically reaches out to them over and over and over again, endlessly. So it starts off once every 3 days, and then 7 days, and then a month, every month, and then every quarter, and so on and so forth. Well, it was cool because I had made the decision this year to implement that. That was very uncomfortable to do. Very, very uncomfortable, because I'm thinking I'm going to bug them, they're not going to want to hear from me, yada, yada, whatever excuse, right? So it was very uncomfortable to even create that process. Well, this morning, I got an email. And let me back up real quick. I haven't heard from him for a week. So it was last Thursday when I talked to him, and it's Friday of the next week as of today. And I got an email from him. At 4 a.m. He's Central or East Coast, so that's normal for that. But I'm thinking, whoa, 4 a.m. I had literally just taken my dog out to go pee because she's still a puppy, and because she's still a puppy, she's not able to hold everything, right? So I took the dog out to go pee and come back, check my email, which I normally don't do, and boom, agreement signed. And I go and look, I'm like, why all of a sudden did he decide to sign this agreement? Why all of a sudden? And I go and look at close.io, and he was sent an email. And this particular email was literally just a GIF of a little boy waiting kind of patiently, right? Just a little, just a GIF, basically kind of like, okay, when you get an answer, no subject line, no nothing, literally just a GIF of that. And within 5 minutes, he responded with signing that agreement. Crazy, huh? And that is to me confirmation that that decision to create the process was great, but also to trust the process. Why is this important? Because there's so many processes that we have, or we are told to do, or asked to do, or we put it on ourselves to do, that we decide not to trust. So it could be a process for a business process, say sales or marketing or HR or something like that, or it could be a process for your therapist, your family counselor. Maybe it's a marital and family counselor, and they say, hey, these are the exercises that I want you to do, and I want you to do it every day with your spouse. A lot of the times we ignore them, or we try it once and we're like, it's not working, right? Because we are not trusting the process. We're not trusting the process. A process doesn't work on the first try always. If I would have given up, if I would have said, you know what, I'm just going to have a one email follow-up, that agreement would not have been signed. I had to follow up, and he ended up getting 3 follow-up emails total. One was done by me, and the other 2 were done by my system, my process. So it doesn't always work on the first time. And to think that it will is not the best way of going about it. If you do it over and over and over again and you see no results for like a couple months, then that's understandable. But even with that, like marital and family counseling, or maybe a health regimen, maybe you're starting CrossFit, or you're starting some kind of healthy eating, or something like that. When you trust the process and you keep going with it, you'll start to see results. One of 2 ways. You'll see that it's working or doesn't work over time, right? So what's one process right now that you are not trusting? What's one thing that you have been called to do, whether it be by an authority, or whether it be by your significant other, or a business system, or something that your customers have been asking for? What is a process that you're not currently trusting, or you're not implementing, that you need to implement and trust? I want you to consider just trusting the process, even if it's for a week. Trust the process for a week. This literally took me a week of trusting that process. Uncomfortable as heck. Uncomfortable as heck. Not gonna lie. Totally uncomfortable. Totally uncomfortable. I do not like bugging people. But it was the perfect time for him to respond. It's the perfect time for him to get going on it, right? So had the process not gone, and had I not trusted the process, had I given up, like you might have given up before, or want to give up, then this amazing opportunity would not have happened. I want you to have that amazing opportunity as well, with the processes that you know that you need to trust, and you need to follow, and you need to see through. So, all right, so this is Dean Soto with Prosulum, Prosulum. If you're ever in need of a systems and process virtual assistant that is specially trained to duplicate you and to take on a process for you in as little as 5 minutes, No joke. As little as 5 minutes. Go to prosulum.com. Prosulum.com. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye.